Hey there, this is James Wilson with MTB Strength Training Systems and BikeJames.com, and today I want to talk about whether you should be trying to extend your ankle and flex the calf while you are pedaling your bike. Now, the common advice is that you want to have the ball of the foot on top of the axle of the pedal, and you want it there so that as you're pedaling you can extend your foot. So you're basically looking to get the ball of the foot over the axle of the pedal, and as you're pedaling you want to be extending the calf and trying to push down through the foot like that as you're pedaling. Now, while that makes sense on the surface, there's a couple of issues with that. First, that's based on the mechanics of how we run or walk. When we run or walk, we will use that extension. We'll extend through the ankle and push through the ball of the foot in order to propel our center of gravity forward. So if that's what we were doing, if we were running or walking, then that is what we would want to be doing. But when we're pedaling a bike, we're not running or walking. And this is one of the basic flaws that was made at the inception of bike theory, was that we wanted to mimic the pedal stroke around the foot mechanics, the lower leg mechanics of running and walking, which ends with extending the ankle. Now, you put that up against the lower leg mechanics of when you squat or deadlift, or basically when you're just applying force into the ground without trying to move your center of gravity, and something much different starts to happen. You find yourself wanting to keep balance. You want the weight placed over the midfoot instead of the ball of the foot, and you want to make sure that you're keeping that weight distributed evenly on your foot. No one tells you to deadlift or squat and let the weight shift to your toes. In fact, that's what you're told not to let happen if you've got anyone who knows what they're doing coaching you, because it puts a lot of shearing force on the knees and a lot of stress there. So what you're wanting to do is drive through the midfoot, and that helps you use your hips and stuff more effectively. In fact, if you try to balance on your toes and do this, you're going to lose strength. One, you're less balanced, and two, you're actually, the ankle and the calf aren't going to be able to behave like they should. So again, when I'm running and walking, they are actively flexing or extending in order to help propel me forward. But when I'm squatting or deadlifting, doing something like this, my foot is staying planted on the ground. And what's happening is my calf is isometrically contracting in order to help stabilize the ankle, and that is acting as a force transfer. My force that I'm creating in my hips and leg muscles is transferring through the lower leg, through the foot into the ground. And that force transfer is what is allowing me to lift the weight. And so if I have my foot extended, or I'm trying to extend through my toes at the top, that would be like, doing a deadlift and getting to the top and trying to extend up on my toes, thinking that's going to help you lift more weight, when it will actually decrease the amount of weight that you're lifting, because your ankle's not able to stabilize like it should. So again, if you apply the wrong type of lower leg mechanics to your pedal stroke, then you're actually going to decrease your strength and your power with your pedal stroke. So again, since we're not running and walking, we're not propelling our center of gravity forward, we do not want to be pushing through the ball of our foot and trying to extend the ankle. What we want to be doing is pushing through our midfoot and keeping the foot relatively stable. There may be some pushing, there may not, or angling of the foot or whatever, but you're not purposefully trying to push the toe down and angle the foot down as you're pedaling. And again, doing that simply decreases your power, and it's all just this engineering theory that, again, when you look at what's happening once we actually get on the bike, isn't really stacking up. So again, in my opinion, you should not be trying to extend the ankle. In fact, what usually happens is you don't get like the ankle extending, you get the ankle kind of just in this extended position and staying in that extended position. That's what happens with most people in trying to apply this extend your foot concept. So they're not getting that extension each one, it's just extending and locking. So again, their foot is naturally trying to do that because it recognizes I'm not running, I'm not walking, I don't need to be doing that. So it's trying to create a stable ankle so that it can better transfer force. But again, balancing on your toe, that long lever angle, all that stuff makes it harder. So again, more midfoot position, you're gonna get better recruitment of the hips, better power transfer through the ankle and foot into the pedal, and it's gonna help you out. So again, just something to think about and maybe try out on your next ride. Again, it's another one of the reasons that flat pedals are so great for us, because they force your foot in that midfoot position. They force you to basically pedal the way that I just described. You can't get away with trying to get on the ball of your foot and pedal. You'd never be able to get away with that if you didn't have your foot attached to the pedal. So again, it's one of those ways that clipless pedals actually lets you get away with a bad technique. So again, flat pedals helps you have good technique. You can use clipless pedals to help enhance that, but you still want to be applying the basics. Even when you're on clipless pedals, make sure you're using that midfoot position and you're not trying to extend through the ankle. So again, lots of stuff to talk about in that one. Hopefully gave you something to think about. Once again, it's been James Wilson with MTB Strength Training Systems. You can check me out on the web at bikejames.com, and I'll talk to you next time.